A Man Called Otto stars Tom Hanks and came out this year, guys. Have you seen it? I guess it sort of came out limited release last year too, but it's a remake, right? Otto is a grump who's given up on life following the loss of his wife and wants to end it all. Uh, when a young family moves in nearby, he meets his match in a quick-witted Marisol, leading to a friendship that will turn his world around. Now, when I went out and saw this movie, guys, I didn't know the synopsis completely. I just saw the trailers, and in the trailers, you just saw that he was a grumpy man. Now, in that synopsis, it kind of spoils things a little bit, especially in that first sentence where it says he's a grump who's given up on life following the loss of his wife and wants to end it all. And that last part of the sentence is very much what this entire movie is about. It is about a man who's felt like he's come to the conclusion of what his life has become. And you know you're working with top talent with Tom Hanks, so you are going to be on board with the character, and the acting definitely keeps you in there. But my initial impressions of this when I came out of the theater was a touch long. And could it have been told in a tighter frame? I think so. Because the runtime came in at 2 hours and 6 minutes. You could have easily chopped out 20 minutes of this and it would have been a lot more tighter, a lot more efficient, because it's one of those movies where it just, oh, we're ended now, right? And then it just goes on. And then it goes on. And it goes on. And you're like, what's happening here? It wants to make a point about something. And it's like, okay, but did we really have to take that long to make that point? Did we? Did we really? Now, I know that Tom Hanks and his wife did produce this as well with, I think with Brad Pitt. Directed by Marc Forster. Directing was, aside from the editing, was serviceable. And yeah, this Marisol is the wife of the neighbor that moves in. And they have 2 daughters, well, and the third one on the way. The husband's kind of a klutz. Everybody in the neighborhood is kind of caricatures of aspects of society, kind of thing. That's the way I felt. He's one of those characters where it's kind of like it has to be done a certain way, and if it's not done that certain way, then you're not doing it the proper way. And I'm going to come out and I'm going to be like timing you by a watch to make sure that you don't stay there any longer than you should be there and stuff like that, or, you know, that kind of person. And I got the impression that it was going to be like a feel-good kind of thing where, yeah, he's a grumpy kind of guy. It does have a positive message, I suppose. But for me, it took a little bit longer to get there. Let's go over to the tomato meter and see what people are saying about it. 69% by the critics. 185 reviews and 97 by the audience. So A Man Called Otto. So people are liking it more than critics. The typical audience, well, not typical, but the audience that I saw it were of the older generation. I don't expect that you would see a bunch of teenagers going out to see a movie like this. So maybe that's why the rating's a little bit higher for the audience score. That's just my supposition. And it does have a few things in here that they were maybe, if somebody said that they were trying to put in a little bit of a woke agenda, I could see that. Did it bother me? No, it didn't. The Observer says, a follow-the-dots flick with a few moments of charm that aims to be a feel-good crowd pleaser, but lacks enough freshness and insight to make it anything special. Yeah, because as I said, that last sentence in that opening synopsis statement, there's a couple scenes in it where you're like, hey, whoa, this is supposed to be a comedy. This is supposed to be a comedy. Are you going to go there? And they go there, and it's kind of like, I don't know if that's going to work for everybody. I don't know. Because it's a brash change in tone. That one moment it wants to be a funny comedy and make fun of his obsessive compulsive desire to be everything proper and stuff, and then it's kind of like a serious dramatic moment. And I don't know if I will declare that the director did not handle that mix very well. He didn't handle that balance very well. Let's take a look at a bad review here from the Chicago Reader, who says, I haven't read the 2012 Swedish book or the 2015 film that is based on, but I can't imagine either could be a half as tone deaf. Tone deaf. I don't know if I agree with that. With cowardly mildness, this white bread mush misuses its star's likability. Tom Hanks, trying to be grumpy yet endearing, has the opposite impact. He's somehow less endearing than he's been before. Well, that was the point. They were trying to drive that point home, and he does a good job of it. He's Tom Hanks, right? And there's a duality in this story that it's not revealed too much, at least in the trailer that I saw. Because as you see him here, there's a lot of flashbacks to his life and how he got to be the person that he was. And I liked it for that. Who played the younger Otto? I almost am tempted to say that it was somebody who was related to him. Let me just pull up the IMDb here. Younger Otto. All right. Why are you not saying it? But there was a certain delivery about the rest of the cast in the neighborhood and people in the stores and stuff that it felt a little sitcom-y at times. It did. I'm not going to lie about that. Let's take a look at the younger Otto. Who played him? Come on, James, you should have pulled this up a little earlier. Child Otto, young Otto. Truman Hanks. Truman Hanks plays him. So is that related to him? He's got to be. Is his son? Does Tom Hanks have two sons? Who is this Truman Hanks? Tom Hanks' sons. Okay. How many siblings? Because I know Colin Hanks, right? He was in King Kong. Truman Hanks. Okay. Yeah, he plays like the younger version of him in this. So that, like, there's a duality there that I did find fascinating to see. Kind of them like bouncing back and forth off of each other. That's interesting. That was interesting to see. But I find that Colin Hanks looks a little bit more like him than Truman Hanks does. But maybe Colin's a little too old for it now. But anyway, A Man Called Otto, guys. I think I would perhaps have to agree a little bit more on the side of the critics here. With 6.9, I would probably give A Man Called Otto a 6.5 out of 10. A 6.5 for A Man Called Otto. It's not something that's going to resonate with you. Maybe it all depends on where you are in your life, right? What kind of challenges you have, if it will resonate with you or not. But as far as acting, some of it was a little over the top and a little bit hammy, especially from her. But there is a couple good scenes between her and Otto that do pay off. It does pay off. How do I say this? It was kind of like trying to be between like that mix that I was talking about. Yeah, I'm just looking up something here. Not the mule, James. I forgot that name of that movie. Anyway, that's it, guys. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below, and we'll talk about it. You're watching Mirror Domains. Clint Eastwood. What was one of his last movies? He's an old guy who helps out Gran Torino. Yeah. It's a little bit, it was trying to be like Gran Torino at one point with, Clint Eastwood being that grumpy old guy. And then it would be try to be funny.